closes, there is another one that opens, which is bigger. And this is what I thought when I came out of the door right now. It's probably a good sign. Outside is a great weather, but it's still cold out here. I'm gonna go for a walk and see whoever joins. I still want to talk about aliens files, guys. Let's see if aliens will support this chat or not. Alright, start question and answer. Hello, bro! You are number one. I thank you for coming back. Maybe it's the aliens again, bro. You see, when I mention aliens, you show up. Welcome back to Human What, bro. I am taking a walk. Wanted to see who would show up to the live, if anybody knew. Look around, man. It's so peaceful. I have to take a walk and go somewhere. So I thought, why not to start chatting and see who's live down there. Look, the kids made some very good art here. It's very nice, isn't it? How is life? What are you doing, bro? What are you up to? Look at this art. So nice. What are you doing tonight, man? It's Sunday. Is there anything special going on Sunday where you live? Or how is it going? You are in your balcony. Okay, which floor are you at? How high do you live? It's the first time I also... Do you live somewhere like in a very high balcony? Or seeing the nice stars, bro? Look for the aliens. Do you see anything strange in your skies nowadays, people? Welcome to Human World, guys. Those who are new, we are discussing about the aliens files being released by the Pentagon, the Department of War of the United States. First time in human history. Meanwhile, that you look around here, subscribe to the channel and help me get to 1,000 subs, at least 100. Let's go. Aniket was saying he's looking at the stars from the balcony. How does it look like, brother? Look, this place is so nice, guys. It's so peaceful. When the spring comes, everything is blooming. Look at this green. Hello, Evi Reneg. How are you doing today? Where are you writing from? Evie, what do you think about the aliens files release? We've been discussing in this chat for a while now, and we had some quite interesting conversation about it. I'm not sure how many people will be interested in this topic, but I think it's something very relevant, and we will discuss and hear about aliens files much more. This was just like the first release, can you imagine? It's the first part of the release, so now they're watching our reactions. How much do we speak of aliens? Let me have some medicine here. Purifying. Very good. Tastes so bad, but it's good for your stomach and liver. Have you ever seen any UFOs? Honestly, I've seen many strange things in the sky, guys, and I'm not surprised they come up with this Pentagon release files. I was telling first, before we were talking about the Buga sphere. Is the sphere that landed in Colombia. And in Colombia, basically, they found this sphere, and it's the first time it's in human civilian's hand. It has holes around, and each hole has like 50 cameras inside, guys. Can you imagine? 50 cameras in a hole like this. And this thing has been staying in the sky for 12,000 years. Look at this abandoned petrol station. I don't know why, but it gives me a strange feeling every time I pass here. What was the price of the fuel before they closed? Welcome to Human What, guys. If you're new, subscribe. We have Human What discussions, wondering who we are, what we're doing on this planet. Are the aliens here? Are the aliens coming? What do you guys think? We've been discussing the Buga sphere. How many of you have heard of the Buga sphere? Come on, tell me how many of you heard of the Buga sphere that landed in Colombia? Because we heard of it, because it's not on the news, but it is something that has been going on for a while, and now they found a second one. It is abundant area. Yeah, it's abundant with nature, for sure. It's a beautiful nature, beautiful place, except that 5G antenna down there, which is emitting frequency, maybe to connect us with the aliens. Who knows? Now look at this Tesla, guys. Do you like Tesla cars? What do you feel about electrical cars? Maybe that's why aliens are coming. Electric cars don't really work on this planet. Look at the nature. Everything is blooming, guys. It's beautiful. We are alive on this planet, spinning into space. The aliens too are coming. Come on, let's go. I'm taking a tour around. Where are you guys watching from? What are you doing? What are your thoughts? I'm trying to come up with a topic at least once a week, or maybe once a day. I'm not sure if I have that many topics. But in terms of human understanding, we can have as many topics as possible existing. The sun is so powerful. You know, this place is very interesting. You walk into the forest, and then at some point, randomly, boom, you have these huge stones around. And I keep thinking it's like the pyramids. They are aliens, you know. I'm joking, but I think it's imagine the planet was entirely made of water before. Where you are standing right now, there were probably fishes before. Aniket, have you seen any alien yet from your balcony? No aliens? Not yet? They haven't come for you? You said before you saw one in your bathroom, isn't it? Oh. Guys, drop your thoughts about aliens files being released by the US government. What do you think? Like and subscribe to the channel at the same time, guys. So we're gonna grow, we're gonna travel, we're gonna meet aliens, we're gonna have podcasts, we're gonna have guests, we're going to dream together, we're gonna organize, we're going to make a collective of human what people who are curious about existence. I repeat every day, the difference between a human and a human what is that the human what asks so many questions to themselves and is curious about existence. The human just live without observing their thought process. When we observe our thought process, then we can observe reality from a higher perspective. Now imagine looking at yourself from outside the atmosphere of the planet. How does it feel? Floating in space in the infinite. Look at this car. Looks like he's been going through some war or something, isn't it? I can't show you the number plate, maybe, I don't know, but it's public, isn't it? Look at this place, no humans. There's a dog though, I heard him. The language of Finland is so strange, guys. So this road is called Kuitutie. Kuitutie. The other one, Sarnitie. I don't really know the meaning. But it's quite, they say it's the second hardest language in the world. Do I speak it? Not much. How many of you as kids have dreamt of this trampoline? My parents never got me one, but look at it. I feel like I should go inside and jump. There are so many lifts that nobody jumped there for a long time. You want to see the area at night. You know, the thing with Finland, bro, is that it doesn't get night now. So if I show you how 11 p.m. will look like here, it's a little bit darker than here. But now we are getting close to June, and in June there is no darkness. It's just sunlight. Look at the nature and all the medicine that gives us. It's just sunlight. Isn't that weird? So the sun doesn't go like from that side to the other one there. The sun goes around like this. It's so strange. Sometimes I feel I'm like in another dimension, you know? It feels when you travel, sometimes you shift reality. We think we just take the plane, but you end up in a totally different world, totally different nature, totally different air. Yeah, you didn't know. It's crazy, man. It's full of light. Look, now it's like, what time is it? Now it's 9 p.m. Look, it looks morning, isn't it? It's crazy, and it's really difficult to adjust. I'm telling you, like the night you try and go to sleep, it's so you have to close the windows. You have to lock them. If you don't lock them, you're gonna see this light in the summer all the time. People seal their windows. Can you tell me why I shifted from Italy to Finland? Okay, it's a long story, but I left Italy 19 years ago, and I have been traveling, working, and studying for about 19 years now. In October, I will celebrate 19 years outside Italy. And I came here to study physiotherapy. I am an anthropologist. I studied anthropology and archaeology, but I am currently graduating in physiotherapy. So that's why I came here. They got me into a university, and here the university is free for Europeans. So that was one of the reasons why I came and moved out here. But I lived in Denmark before, and I don't know, I was really attracted to Scandinavian countries, even though now I really want to live, but I'm about to finish the school. I think Scandinavian countries have some energies that is very different from the rest of the world. Like cold countries, of course, are different from hot countries, It's a big journey, but I lived in many places, you know. So I left Italy that I was 19 years old, 18 years old, and I moved to UK because there was no Brexit before. We could go there freely. Now I need a visa because of the Queen of England. But then from UK I moved to Kenya, and I lived in Kenya for over 6 years. And I studied anthropology, paleoanthropology, and archaeology there. And then from there I moved to Denmark, and I lived there about 5 years. And I studied educational anthropology there. And from educational anthropology, then I shifted to work in archaeology again. And then I went back to study physiotherapy. So right now I'm about to graduate as a physical therapist. And hopefully I will graduate soon, bro. I'm not sure, but it is a journey, you know. Life, I don't know why we are attracted to different places, but we are like birds. We know where to migrate. I don't know if birds ever get it wrong, but this place is for sure a beautiful experience. For those who are new, guys, subscribe and like the chat. It would really help me to get this going. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers at least, and we start this human what journey, discovering and learning more about humanity as a whole, while I show you this beautiful place area around here. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? Anitek is asking, you can visit Egypt. That's for beautiful for archaeology. I agree. There is archaeology in many places, bro. Like underground, there is so much stuff. In some places, the soil is more conductive. In some places, it is harder for archaeological artifacts to remain, unless you talk of megalithic stuff made of stones. But I would love, like, I don't know if you heard, out of the Pyramid of Giza, they found out with a scanner above the sky. So they scanned under, and then they found out that there is structures under the pyramids that could be long over 500 meters, but they don't know yet what it is. And of course, there is a lot of conflicts with it, because the Egyptian government doesn't want them to go dig. But now there is enough proof. Hello, afternoon, Ika Gothic. What's up, Ika? How are you? Hi. Welcome to Human What. If you're new, like and subscribe, guys, out here. I'm trying to grow this channel. Let's go. We want to discover humanity. And remember who we are, guys, because those ancient technologies, those ancient things, just look at the way like all things are more preserved, all things had more meaning. Everything had a meaning. There was no shape, there was no structure that was made just randomly. Everything was connected to the divine, or it had a connection to the human soul. Look at this. This is supposed to be a cherry tree, isn't it? The white one. There. Here. Yes. The cherry tree, it's blooming. Soon we can come and pick the cherries from the garden of these guys. I will come at night. But there is no night here, guys, in the summer. It's just full of light like this. I can show you around here. It's beautiful. Ika Gothic, where are you writing from? What's up? There is people from all over the world. That's what I like about this live. There is randomness, but there is also a plan behind the randomness. Everything is perfect in a way. We all connected. So if you ended up into this live, it must be for some reasons. Maybe you just had to pass by. Maybe We are going to connect and build something bigger together. Who knows? Nobody knows. Let's take this route and see what's there. Let's explore the area a little bit. There are many of these small roads, but I don't know where they lead. So we can go and surprise ourselves. It's also new for me. There is a lot of forests around here. Do any of you know the name of this plant? It smells so good. It's so powerful. Now, I don't know if this is private actually. I'm not so sure. Maybe it's here. It is a private place. I have to get out immediately. Isn't it? Not here. No, the other side. I just look weird here. In Finland, the privacy is so important. Like, people get really annoyed if you take too much of their space, of their privacy. There is a lot of silence, if you can hear. People can probably hear me talking from all the way down there. Now the sun, look, it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, look at this sun. It's so high. 9 p.m. Can you imagine it? Aniket, have you seen any alien? Guys, what are your thoughts of the aliens files being released by the Pentagon? Come on. It's the first time in human history we have to deal with aliens, maybe. Or maybe the government is aliens themselves. They are just telling us slowly by slowly. One file after the other. Nobody knows. It's like people don't really care about the aliens if they're there, it seems. People are few, bro. Yeah, they pass by and go. They're not interested into aliens, but it doesn't matter. We are here to form a strong community of human what people. There are not many human what on Earth. I think most people don't really care about asking existential questions, in my view. Have I heard of Area 51? Of course. Who haven't heard about Area 51? What do you think about it? What I think is that it could be anything. Like, aliens could be anywhere. They don't have to be in Area 51 necessarily, but it could be that the government definitely have some designated area where they keep all the alien aircraft that they find. Have you checked the Buga sphere? I was telling you, people say it's alien zone. Aniket say it, but yeah, bro, maybe everywhere is alien zone. Who knows? Maybe that's the place where they study the crafts that they find. I'm not sure. You checked? Have you seen how cool it is? What do you think of it? Imagine it was dated, carbon dated, so it's like an archaeological method when they find something to date things, and it's 12,000 years old, bro. Can you imagine? It's a lot of time that has been there. I really like these old tractors. This is my favorite bird as well. We call it it's called gazzaladra. It's a thief bird. It steals like things that have light or that are like bright, make some shining. There he is, if you can see. So this is probably a sauna. Look at this. This here, you see? In Finland, they make saunas under the ground, man. It's crazy. Okay. You saw the Sanskrit mantras on the sphere. Exactly. It's And there was also, I think, an Indian lady that was singing mantras to the sphere, and this alien sphere reacted because they were measuring the magnetism, and basically the magnetism amplified the time they sang the mantras to the sphere. The Sanskrit, yeah, you notice those. Yeah, it's very good observation. They are around it, and there is like a chip in between the mantras. So it's very interesting, you know. We might find out that there is something alien in relation to the gods, or something because the Buga sphere, if it's 12,000 years old, and there is Sanskrit written into it, it falls from the sky, bro. Yeah, you can check the videos. There is videos while it falls from the sky. And now it seems that they found another sphere like that. And it's quite amazing that there is Sanskrit written in there, you know. It's incredible because Sanskrit is the oldest language we got, isn't it, on Earth? So if it's the oldest language we know, at least, it makes sense because the sphere is dated 12,000 years old. But then what does that mean? That in the past they probably had a lot of technologies that we are not aware of. Fikri Awali, what's up? Welcome to Human What, guys. Welcome to this channel. It's a new channel. Subscribe and like the live if you like our topics. Today is aliens and we are discussing the Buga sphere. If you guys haven't checked, go and Google Buga sphere. Aniket is asking, have you ever think what can be inside the orb? Yes, and there is the pictures of the scan they did. So the sphere was taken to an American university, and the university has found out that inside there is a special technology that allows the sphere to float without the need of having energy. So you know, it means in the past they had technologies that were using free energy, basically. That is called the ether. The ether and the magnetism were the main push for this kind of technologies. These forests are so thick. Look, these trees, they're very young trees. Fikri Wali, you are from Indonesia. Welcome. We are connecting humans from all over the world in this channel, and the point is to ask questions, not even to give answers, but we ask questions and we start discussions about different human topics. If you like the idea, you can subscribe and like to the live if you want. Now, who made the designs? Aniket asked. I don't know who made the design, if you ask me. The thing that it is been dated 12,000 years, the dating method they used, look how green it is, beautiful. The dating method they used, it's an archaeological one. So they use it in archaeology to date anything. So usually we say that it can vary, maybe it's wrong about 60, 100 years, but not more than that. You can do some research on carbon dating and you will see that's how the sphere was dated. Fikri Awali, that's the planet spinning. We are on a planet spinning. I am in Finland, it's 9 p.m. Here the night never come in the summer. In the summer there is light, and in the winter there is darkness. These trees are so big. Fikri Awali, Indonesian President Soekarno. Okay, I never heard. How is your president? Is he a good guy? Or is he a crook like most politicians? Maybe some people have good heart in politics, you know, it can't just be darkness, guys. Look at this car. He's gone through a lot of stuff. Okay, so you don't think it's Sanskrit? Can you read Sanskrit? Because I was also wondering if it's Sanskrit. Or I can't read Sanskrit, so I can't tell you honestly if that was Sanskrit or not. But what I can tell you is that sphere, I have seen those spheres flying in the sky, and they usually carry a light. They're very bright light, and you can see them passing by. Sometimes they're slow, sometimes they're fast. Look, these traditional Finnish houses, they all have a trampoline. I always want to get inside and jump. Sanskrit and Hindi are a bit familiar. So that's when you look at the Buga sphere and you look at it, does it tell you something? Like, can you read something through it, or it looks unknown? Look how much wood. You see how little amount of people are meeting on the roads here? Actually, I haven't met anyone. But this is Finland in a nutshell. Let's go for a little walk in the forest. Then I have to go to the supermarket before it closes. Oh, you can read Sanskrit if you know Hindi. Okay, so what do you see anything familiar in that sphere, or what do you say? Because it's strange that they said it's Sanskrit if it's not. What are your thoughts, bro? Look this tree. This wind this year was crazy, man. Like, it took down so many trees. Look at that. We had so much windstorm. I won't say it's like a tornado, but we got close to it, I think. Okay, so you think it's a different language. Okay, then why did they say it's Sanskrit? That's very strange. Because they went through the university, so they should have, I guess, some official information. But maybe not. I don't know, you know, I think we will find out more, because they found the second sphere as well. So there is another one landed that look younger than 12,000 years, but who knows? Nobody knows. Have you seen the pictures? If you go do some research, you can see the pictures of the scan that they did inside the Buga sphere. And I need to get a camera, and sometime I will start making like videos, not just lives, and I want to gather all the information of the findings of the Buga sphere. Look at this path. Let's take a walk in here. You know, there are many wild animals. In winter there were wolves, the lynx, and there are many deers in this forest. So you never know what you encounter. These are all blueberries plants. You see, it's not an exaggeration. This plant, all these ones, it's blueberries. So soon it's gonna be blueberries all over the place. But honestly, for the sphere, I don't know. If you say it's not Sanskrit, and if you can read the Sanskrit and Hindi the same, I am not sure. What does that mean? here, maybe here is private. I'm not sure. Look at these big stones. Wow, that's a nice spot, isn't it? Some curves in the text looks familiar to Sanskrit text. Okay, in your eyes, but not totally. And what do you does it come something, does something comes to your mind when you look at it? Like, is there any word that look more familiar? Is there any, like, something on the calligraphy that makes you think it could be something? Look, when the trees fall here, they they bring up the roots and they form this shape most of the time. Probably because the soil is very wet here. But Anike, tell me more about what you see, what you see when you look at it. Because if you say it's familiar, I am very curious. Because if you read the Hindi, then you can read that one, and if it tells you something, maybe you have some very good insights about the sphere. Yeah, please check, and you can tell me whenever you check. Let me know. We can make a live session about the Buga sphere only. I think also if people see it written, maybe they go and do some more research. But I should do an informative videos with the official evidence, because otherwise, for most people, it's still a conspiracy about the aliens. But that Buga sphere has been dated, and so we know quite much about it already, and we know it's not a common technology. It could have been that it's human, because humans in that case, then many years ago we had much more advanced technology than we do now. It could be. It could be that we've been brainwashed and some we've forgotten who we are, because it's not so normal if you think. As a species, we don't really know what we do, and there is a lot of confusion what happened before and after life, where we come from, where we are going. I don't know. So it could definitely be that that ancient technology was already there, and now we are remembering, we are finding it out. But what's very strange is that they found the sphere, and at the same time, the Pentagon released the UFO files, alien files. That is a little weird, if you ask me. It's a very strange coincidence. And it could also be that there is some beings out there that want to communicate with us. Why not? It's possible. Maybe it's time for us to remember our true roots and our connection in the universe with other beings, because it's totally possible that we are connected to other planets and other beings, but we forgot how to do that, because we are so busy paying taxes and working. Those houses are so nice. I should move closer to the forest. I'll just walk, try and listen to the birds, guys. It's so relaxing. I talk too much sometimes. You know, I've been going through the lives, and most of the lives is something done to catch people attention. Like there are not many informative lives that I found. If you have any, somebody who go live, please drop it in the comment, because I would really love to look. You will, Aniket said, I will do one thing. I will give the picture to ChatGPT and ask which text they are related, whether they're Sanskrit or other. Yeah, try that. Uh, what's the language of Colombian? Well, I guess they use Spanish, but before they had before the arrival of the Spanish people, they had their indigenous language, and honestly, I don't know it. But it doesn't look anything that I've ever seen, to be honest with you. Uh, and the fact about these spheres that are found in the skies is that they they're everywhere. Those spheres are found in many places, and I can upload a video as well on my channel of some spheres that I've seen myself, because there is just these spheres of light that travel slowly and then maybe move fast, then slowly and then go fast, and or just go very slow and then stop. So a plane cannot stop in air. It can be, it could be a human technology if they have hidden from us these technologies, which I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I'm kind of I have the feeling there is something to it, you know, because otherwise the government, why would the government, they have been saying it's a conspiracy forever, and now all of a sudden they know that the Buga sphere has landed. Maybe the aliens have a message for us. Like, guys, let's be honest, we have reached the tip of the iceberg as humans. Like, you see how many wars, how many conflicts, how much the world is going to destruction. Just look at nature. I don't know what's the situation there, but we are supposed to be full of bees here. There is no bees, guys. There is no bees. I've not seen a single bee, and it's May. You know, Albert Einstein used to say that when the bees will go, humanity will have 1 to 3 years to survive, and then they will all die. And I think so too, because the the bees are actually the main the main pollinator for everything in nature. Without the bees, it's hard to have fruits, it's hard to have vegetables, it's hard to have honey. You see, in Finland, it's very common that they put these birds' houses everywhere, because there are some birds that don't migrate and they go sleep there. It's written in Irish writing system. Irish? That's the first time I hear something like this. That did ChatGPT say that, or who? I don't know, man. So it's like ancient Irish. You know, at this point, everything is possible. I have no idea, but for sure, that sphere is old, and for sure, it's not something common. We've never seen anything like this before as humans. Some reports say it means the origin of birth through union and energy. Wow. Some reports say the origin of birth through union and energy consciousness. Wow. Okay. It makes sense. I think we arrived to the point where we really have to wake up as a species. I had goosebumps when I read uh, the idea that the origin of birth through union and energy consciousness transformation. And this is what we've been saying as well on this channel, like we are getting divided day by day by those elites in power. And probably the most powerful thing we can do as humans now is reconnect to ourselves and one another, because they definitely broke society after COVID, especially with all these wars too. It's uh, it's quite crazy. But yes, I have now arrived. I have to get into that supermarket, and maybe we do a live only on a Buga sphere. What do you think, Anitek? I think we should do that. I have to do a video as well, to be honest. I want to connect my laptop, share the screen, and then take all the evidence and go through it and all the possible theories. Because I think it's important to keep track of what's going on, so we see where we are going for this and we don't lose track of the research that they're doing. So I get in there, and I thank you for this very interesting conversation and to showing up again. What do you mean, how? Like how about the video and collect the data? Or there is, if you ask ChatGPT, like bring the university scientific evidence of the Buga sphere and the scans that they did inside the sphere, it will lead you to the actual evidence. And there has been a conference about it some years ago, and not some years ago, it was the 15th of March. Sorry, I'm losing track. I've been live a long time today. Other reports say the sphere reacted to, yes, to Sanskrit mantras and contain internal microsphere or chips, but this claim remain unverified and controversial. Yes, try and ask about the university research of the Buga sphere, because there is an American, they brought it to the States. It's called Dr. Steven Greener, if I'm not wrong. He's the one working on this sphere. And Stephen Greer, if I'm not wrong. But they brought it to a university. And yeah, there is academic evidence about it. I don't know Irish and Sanskrit, man. Honestly, it could be that we are rewriting human history. Everything it's possible, but I don't see as well the connection right now between Irish and Sanskrit. Sometimes ChatGPT just go crazy, it can give very divergent information. Let's say like that. I don't know what it has to do, honestly, and how Irish 12,000 years ago look like. I have no idea. If we think even the pyramids might be way older than what we know, they are dated about 3,000 to 4,000 BC, and those guys that found new evidence under the pyramids, they say that they could be even 20,000 years old. So that might end up changing the whole course of human history as we know it. But the relationship with the Irish, I have no clue. I think it's ChatGPT going crazy, man. But I have now arrived and I have to close the chat. If you just connected, subscribe for more lives. Yeah, this is another tree I was telling you. I show you this and then I close. This is how they fall. The roots break. I don't know if they can't manage to make strong roots enough because of the cold. But anyway, I wish you good luck and a good night, bro. And stay human what? Have a good one. You have a great night.